Hello, my name is Mark James, and I'll be talking to you about the classical and neoclassical studies today. This is my ID card right here, and let's continue on to what I have to say. Classical and neoclassical are ways to deal with a crime in a reasonable or logical manner rather than resorting to vengeance for an answer. Basically saying it could possibly save the life of a criminal to be able to come back into the patterns of society. Eventually, a lot of people do not realize there are mental impulses to how people operate and what they are doing the crime for. A crime could be committed of a man who is trying to save his or her family, or who is trying to provide for his or her family. That is what these studies are for. To move on to this, we also have the criminology aspect of it. Criminology is the study of why people commit crimes, violating social norms and going against another's rights by committing said crimes. It is the branch that gives insight to the crimes, providing information and through analysis for different law enforcement and correctional policies. This is to give a better understanding of what we are going into as we get down into explaining classical and neoclassical criminology. And what do they have to do with criminology? To move on forward, we have classical criminology. The classical theory of criminology holds an origin from the 18th century. It was created to say that people have their own impulses and should be free on how to act. The criminal weighs in their options and their own consequences to find justice within their actions. Also, for committing the crime, there should follow that a punishment of equal magnitude, creating more so prevention than treating. From what that is saying that classical study should basically find prevention and not cure the person. They should just jump right into torturing this person, giving them the utmost punishment. And people that went along with this theory and continued to find themselves upon it was Cesare Bessaria and Jeremy Bentham. They really went into this, and they really were looking into information of trying to improve on classical studies. But we also have another study called neoclassical criminology. The neoclassical criminology is based on the theory of manipulating the environment instead of the offender to decrease higher chances of crime, rather than individually one by one. It was incorporated into the French Code of 1791 and remained within as a backbone of criminal justice policy, looking to see if the crime potential rewards outweigh the potential punishments, giving insight to how the guilty person really is. Now, this basically balances out classical study, giving it more insight to how they're supposed to connect. One is how to punish, just giving them the utmost punishment, and the other one is weighing in the options, seeing how reward goes in with the punishment. This will give the person who is the victim an equal amount of punishment towards the criminal in order to consider what is justice. Now, considering that neoclassical criminology is a school of thought that places criminal behavior as situationally dynamic, looking for ways to be more preventative and dig deeper into the source of a crime. Classical considers enlightenment to the cause, which both are ways to find sources into the crimes, determine the cause and effect of the situation, and go on to engage in proper ways to prevent said crimes. From harsh punishment to rehabilitation, being able to find out more about the crime and prevent it seems to have been more effective than picking a random punishment. And this only goes on to say that we have evolved from just laying down hard punishments, giving people more chances, allowing people to come back into society, allowing them to grow, and allowing the society to grow, allowing the communities to grow. The problems that we have with these theories are from proper research and investigation. It could be said that the theory of neoclassical criminology goes into rationality and focuses too much on the individual impulses instead of a broad view. But the accuracy into the matters is very good from the scientist's point of view. For example, Milton Friedman argues that neoclassical theory should not be judged on the accuracy of its central assumptions of how cost-benefit calculations are made, but how well it predicts behavior. By this criterion, Friedman concludes that it performs quite well indeed. And I'm saying, and this is just saying that they've found ways to make it better. They've found ways to make it improve, to allow criminology to succeed in the ways that they need to so people can grow. Furthermore, into conclusion, to put into a final statement, the classical and neoclassical theories have been very helpful and very groundbreaking in terms of finding information. As far as going to the mind of a criminal goes, some don't have a full aspect or logical reasoning for doing what they are doing. That doesn't stop the theory from reaching new ways to find more information on the processes. Scientists find it accurate as far as information goes and its timely cost, but it's worth the information. And this is all I have to say for neoclassical and classical studies. I hope this helped a lot, and I thank you for listening. This is Mark James, and please continue listening out for any more I have to put out. Thank you.